The rise and stumbling of Boris Johnson as Prime Minister leading the charge of English nationalism has drawn criticism from many quarters as representative of the Brexit result in the EU referendum. But no one could argue that Johnson and the referendum are simple aberrations. Instead, they're symptomatic of a deeper malaise at the heart of what it means to be British. We are long from the days of cool Britannia, where Britishness was all things to all people. We can now see that this was a stopgap in the continued decline from the days of empire, where class distinctions and racial hierarchies were bound together by successes as a military and economic powerhouse. Brexit, Johnson's premiership and the political climate in England now exposes the tensions between the illusions of a modern democracy and a society terrorised by austerity, class warfare from above and nationalistic isolation. Now, for many of us born in England as new Scots who have come to this country, we've experienced a poor choice between a liberal inclusivity based on rhetorical righteousness but economic inequality, or the whipping up of racial hatred to distract us from how badly Britain has been run for the past 60 years. The narrative that somehow any critique of the UK is a betrayal of working class solidarity across these islands fails to note how actual working class power has been diminished by anti-trade union laws, banking deregulation, privatisation, poor social housing provision and a lack of democracy at a local and national level, all from Westminster. The idea that the project for independence is an obsession of narrow-minded nationalists purposefully ignores the reality of the rapidity of racial aggression from Britain's ruling class and how its political class has undermined racial equality and class solidarity time and time again for its own interest. It may well be apt that we have our Piccaninny Prime Minister, yet he represents the best of Britain. Prejudiced, entitled, elite and incompetent. Instead of clinging to the idea that all nationalisms are equally bad, we need to aspire to something better. We need to create a country where we all feel at home, where Windrush citizens like my mother aren't deported after giving the UK 60 years of their life. Look around you at the destruction being wrought by this nationalism, this British nationalism. It's unforgiving, it's cruel, it's breaking apart. It's Britain.